Hello everyone around the world. So today we have this laptop. This laptop is coming from another computer repair shop, and what they are saying the laptop is dead, it's not turning on. This is just a dead device. It's an Acer TravelMate 5760 series. That's an old laptop. So yeah, the keyboard is missing. You can see the keyboard is missing. The laptop came like this, and if I check on the back here, there's no screws. The hard drive is missing, CD drive is missing, we don't have battery. So clearly you have an idea of the kind of job that we want to fix here. This is coming from a cell phone repair shop. The guy phoned me, he explained everything about the laptop. He's trying to fix phones, but he can't fix his laptop. So let's try to help the guy. Here we have a 19 volts 3 amps. We can work with 19 volts 3 amps. There's nothing wrong with 19 volts 3 amps, because we have to see what this laptop is doing. Where's the charging port? Here we have the charging port. Here you remember the Acer charging port. Plug in. Oh, it's taking exactly 3 milliamps, and there's voltage drop to 1.5 volts. We don't want to waste time. That means something is shorted to ground. But based on the current consumption, I think we have a shorted capacitor. You know those ceramic capacitor? Because the resistance to ground is very low, like 0 ohms short. But we'll see about this. So which one is supposed to come out? The back cover. The back cover is out. That's the motherboard. Here we have a fan, heatsink, processor. This is an all-in-one processor with the GPU inside. We have the PCH under this small metal heatsink. We have classic speakers. Check out the design of these speakers. So nice. CMOS battery. The charging port is coming from here. It's going through this to this connector. So what we can do, we know we have a short on the motherboard, but based on the visual inspection, I can't see any blown up components or anything obvious here. What I want to do, let's check the capacitors connected on the 19 volts. No, the capacitors are not beeping. Here we have another capacitors. No, the capacitors are good. 2 wires for ground and 2 wires on the plus. According to the multimeter, there's no short. If we are checking the red wire to ground, there's no short. But basically, when you inject the power supply, there's voltage drop to 1.5 volts. It is taking max current. For sure, we don't have voltage on the motherboard. Something is preventing this motherboard. What we can do, let's disconnect this charging port here from the motherboard, just to separate the fault. I disconnect the charging port. Let's connect the power supply. We want to see if we have a broken charging port or is the motherboard itself. No, there's no short, so the charging port is good. So what can be fault on the motherboard? What can be fault on the motherboard? So the story here is like this. The story is like this. Here we have the charging port. Let's do like a small theory here. We have the charging port. We have the two wires on the plus, two wires connected to ground. Two wires connected to ground. And after those two wires, these two wires, they are going. Maybe we have some MOSFET in serial mode. Like two MOSFETs. The gates are going to the driver. And we have the current sensor here. So here, on the current sensor, we have some power supplies. And on the input of every power supply, we have some ceramic capacitors. Those ceramic capacitors, they are connected to 19 volts. One side is connected to 19 volts and the other side is connected to ground. So I checked on these ceramic capacitors, there's no short. But here, we have a short. So either it means my short is before the current sensor. Between the current sensor and the charging port, that's where my short is. So we have to, what components do we have between the, here we have a white thing, probably this is the current sensor and it's not shorted. And here we have a diode and a big MOSFET. Let's go on a microscope so that everyone will see what we are talking about here. Microscope. Okay. So let's inspect the motherboard with the microscope. Here we have some chips, some coils. Those are power supplies. We want to go to the charging input section. Here we have the charging port. And if we check on the charging port here, if we check one side of the charging port, it looks like it's melted. You can see it's melted here. And here we have those two guys and the current sensor. So let's explain this. What is here? So what is here? We have the charging port here with two red wires and two black wires. I think we can insert this back. We have two wires on the. We have two wires here. Two wires red, two wires which are black. Those are ground wires, and these two wires are connected to the plus 19 volts. And after that, we have this this external diode, external SMD diode, or some they are calling it. I can see the diode. It looks like it has a wall on top. Maybe we have a problem with this external diode. Some they call it transient voltage suppressor. TVS. This is an SMD diode which is there to protect the circuit against high voltage. Any excess voltage, what this diode is doing is sending any excess voltage to ground. So one side of this diode should be connected to the ground and the other one should be connected on the plus. This is beeping to ground. Here is beeping. Here is beeping. On the source of this MOSFET, that the source is beeping. This is the drain is not beeping. So my problem is this diode. I guess so. This is an obvious fault. We have problem with the diode. So this is diode just for protection. We can take out the diode and fail to replace the diode. The laptop should still work fine because the customer still has protection on the charger. So I'm going to take out this diode and check for short. The diode is out. Let's check for short again. This is ground. This is plus. And the short is gone. So that was a fault diode. Should we replace the diode? So this is the negative side of the diode, the cathode, and this is the anode, which is going to this P channel D425. That's a P channel MOSFET. And here is the output, which is drain, which is going to this current resistor. You see that white thing? So now I'm confused whether I should, but we can replace the diode. Let me see. Let me look for this diode. We must be able to find one. Let's see this one. We can test this. If we don't replace the diode, the motherboard is going to work. But I just want, this diode looks good. I just want to replace the diode this time. The marked sign, that's the plus, the unmarked, that's the negative. So let's see if this diode can do this job. So while it's waiting for the diode to cool down, You know, I'm not happy about this fan. Let's clean this fan. Maybe I'll make the customer happy. Well, this fan is very dusty. And I'm sure this laptop soon was going to face overheating problems. You see all those blanket things? Huh? So we need just to clean. So we need to change even this thermal paste. Seems to be rocky. It's too old. You know, sometimes you have just to do for your customers. Because I feel like replacing a TVS diode is not enough. Huh? I thought we need to. I have a feeling that I have to do something more. Apart from replacing a diode. And I'm happy my electronic screwdriver today is working fine. And I did absolutely nothing. It just started working on its own. Maybe it's a sign that the batteries are about to die. Because I don't think there's something which can die apart from the battery. Okay. So now we've get rid of the cooling system. Hoping the power issue is solved. So can you test now the power issue? My power supply, same thing, and it's taking 2 milliamps. Where's the power on button? It's here. Fan is spinning, 900 Acer, and the laptop is working fine. What's that? Why do we have these things on the screen? Huh? Or the screen ribbon cable is not properly inserted. Like freezing letters on the screen. Let's just assume that the connector was not properly inserted. LVDS for the screen on. and it's now working fine. No bootable device. Instead, insert hard disk. Who power off the laptop? Oh, it's dead again. What's going on? Is it my adapter? I think the charger head is doing some fun play with me. Yeah. So the motherboard is working fine. We managed to fix the motherboard. That was a TVS SMD external diode, which was shorted to ground. And this is a temporary measure on the input part of most of the motherboard. You will see that external diode on the next to the charging port is preventing, is just for protection. In case of excessive voltage, is sending that voltage to ground. That's what this diode is doing. So the laptop is fixed. I'll give it to the owner. You put everything together, and I'm sure um, everyone, um, if you are in repairs and you have this model of Acer laptop and it's doing the same thing, before you check complicated things, just pay attention to the simple things like a diode can be shorted, a capacitor can be shorted. So let me know what you think on the comment section. If you have anything that you don't understand or you wish to learn in motherboard repairs, don't hesitate to leave a comment and I'll try to answer you on the next repair. See you on the next one. Bye bye.